Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this could potentially be the final match of the bronze. It's going to be on Xel'Naga Caverns right here. And here we go, folks. Should be an interesting matchup, no doubt. Kicking it off in 3, 2, 1, mark. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Xel'Naga Caverns and the bronze match of the Shoutcraft Invitational Tournament. I bring you White-Ra right here. Yes, indeed, White-Ra. Not going to do the announcement that this one, I think. I don't think we need to push that button today. It's getting tired. What can I say? It's getting tired. As am I might add. We're reaching the close of this particular tournament. It's quite the exhausting format. I've got to tell you that. Mana. What are you doing? That would be Proxy 2-gate. No question. Proxy 2-gate right here from Mana. He wants to end it nice and quickly. Who can really blame him? Want to get into another drawn-out war with White-Ra. Now, of course, if White-Ra does not scout this, this is going to be extremely... Oh my god, that is a brutal proxy. Look at that. White-Ra must scout this. It is critical. If he does not, then that is that. There's no way he'll be able to repulse that kind of firepower. White-Ra on the way out. Is he scouting? There you go. And he spots it. White-Ra is well aware of what is coming. Now, let's see what his response is actually going to be to that. It's good placement of that. A Zealot will start to come out right there, and he does have a lead on White-Ra. Good 15 seconds or so to pump the Zealot out. Second gateway coming down. White-Ra is aware of what's coming. The question is, can he actually defend against it? Cancelling out the pylon right there. Going for a Forge. Would have thought he might have gone for that Forge a little bit earlier, but evidently not. White-Ra driving Mana away. He doesn't want any other pylons in his base, thank you very much. Forge to defend against this 2-gateway will work. So the 2-gate proxy is a little disturbing to do on Xel'Naga Caverns, I have to say, because of how easy, in theory, it is to scout if you decide to build it in your opponent's base. But hey, he did it anyway, and the first Zealot is now on the field. Chrono boosting out one for White-Ra. He needs to get the cannon, he needs to also drive that Zealot away. Looks for the surround, doesn't get it. Now Mana able to chrono boost out a second Zealot. There is now a Zealot on the field for a White-Ra, getting the cannon in a good position. That cannon will probably shut down the entire push. It's going to make it extremely difficult. And look at that, he's walled it off. A very smart maneuver, but it actually is not a complete wall-off. And White-Ra could end up losing the cannon right here. Unbelievable. Mana gets in there, cancels the cannon. Very nicely done. It wasn't complete. It looked complete, but it was not. And that's going to be a really big problem right now for White-Ra. Mana pushing his way forward, and it looks like White-Ra will hold it for the moment, but there are 2 more Zealots on the way, and of course they are not injured. However, that cannon is on its way up. White-Ra does have an economic advantage, even with the damage that he took. He actually only lost 1 worker, and was able to take 1 out in the process as well. A good counter-attack, looking to try and clean out that pylon, which of course will work. Going to force his opponent's Zealots to go over there. Or is he? Is he just going to charge at his opponent? I suppose he is, because he's perfectly secure right now. He's got that cannon which covers that entire mineral line. That's it. And now, Mana is forced all the way back to his base in order to deal with his 2 Zealots, now streaming across the map for White-Ra. Now, White-Ra will be able to harass this setup right here. If he disables that pylon, then that, as they say, is that. There's a Cybernetics core on the way up for Mana, which is something that White-Ra does not currently have. Forge coming down there as well. Zealots charging their way into the base. A little bit of walling off action coming in here for Mana to try and delay this a little bit more. He still should be able to get into the back, though. Still very, very dangerous. Good harassment coming in here by White-Ra. We need a surround from Mana. And that was an interesting dive right there, and a surround. There we go. Still damage will be done, but it was good for Mana nonetheless. In the meantime, White-Ra has cleaned up right here, and Mana has no real production buildings to speak of. So unless he decides to repower that up, I think this is pretty much over for Mana. He does have a gateway coming up to try and defend against it. Unfortunately for him, there are 3 Zealots coming across the map, and there is only 1 Zealot up for Mana. And really, what has he got to defend against those Zealots? Pretty much nothing. This is going to end very quickly and very painfully for Mana at this point, as he attempts to try and pull that trick. Oh yes, I remember that trick. I remember when MC pulled off that trick in the DreamHack Invitational, and as it turns out, fool me once, shame on me. Yeah. Fool me... Well, no, fool me once, shame on you, yes. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've been casting now for like past 8 hours maybe, so there you go. And this is probably going to be the end of Mana's game at this point. He's surely going to have to give up now. He looks for the surround, but you never know. Huge economic damage done. It's 9 probes now versus 21. 8 probes, 7. GG, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. And it's now 2 apiece in this best of 5 series. We'll be right back in just a few short moments, folks. Don't go anywhere.